Okada ain't shit. Look at him. I finally killed Kenny Omega.
This is how I'm gonna do it.
This is how we're gonna do it. Push him over on the stretcher.
Bet you Dave Meltzer gave this mugging of Kenny Omega 8 stars. Just because Okada was in the segment.
It would have been 10 if it was in the Tokyo Dome.
Welcome everyone to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I'm of course Lord Matt Hayes. He is
Marcus the Grand Finale, brother. And I have received text messages from Roddy Piper post-mortem just like Hulk Hogan. What the fuck was that? What is that? Why are you lying? Why? Why, Hogan?
Why? What else has he got to talk about?
The truth? The truth.
The man does not operate in the truth.
He can. He can operate in reality, Manny. We all have an option to operate in reality. And I think it's time.
Because if Roman Reigns is in the island of relevancy, Hulk Hogan was on the island before Roman was born. However, Hulk Hogan has now moved to the island of delusion. Lie, and lie again.
Just over and over. It doesn't make sense. Moving on today.
I've got an update on WrestleMania in London, if you would like that, Marcus.
Ooh. Oh my God. Are they about to announce WrestleMania in London on Dos del Mayo?
Today was a day where in the UK where you had to vote for your new, in particular in London, you were voting for your mayor of London and all that, and then I don't know what the fuck everyone else was voting for across the UK. Marcus, someone knocked on my door at 8 a.m. this morning, citing, "Are you voting today?" I was like, fuck off, it's 8 in the morning.
Yeah, how dare you?
Second of all, he was like, "Any chance you could tell me who you're going to vote for?" No! And especially because you asked me at 8 in the morning. I might vote for the person you're against now on purpose.
Yeah, who are you? Whose side are you on? Whose side are you on? Who sent you? Because I vote against that person. And I hope nothing good ever happens to them again. It's 8 in the morning.
Ridiculous. Which meant I rolled out of there and then sat here.
And then immediately went to social media.
To be angry about a man knocking on my door.
So, Manny, I have a question. Did you vote for the man who wanted WrestleMania to show up in London, or did you not vote?
Well, I did vote because the man was so nice to my father. If people know, the mayor of London, previously, like 2 months ago, or maybe a month ago, I can't tell the time frame anymore.
It was last week.
Knocked on my door, and then my dad decided to tell him about his ailments at the door.
Did the mayor? All right, so this mayor has done his job of stealing your vote. Would you have voted for him before? Like, hey, you're cool.
Yeah, I mean, as much as people don't like what he's probably done or lack of what he's done in London, for me, nothing ever really changes. You may see a tiny increment of change. You complain about it, and then you just get over it and live with it.
I wish my mayor would show up to my neighborhood, but then again, he probably will. He'll end up in a fight for no reason. I have no idea what's going on in the city of Long Beach politics right now. All I know, these potholes need to be fixed.
Whereas me and Marcus were just talking about that, not debuting on Rampage, but how do we get signed by AEW to steal money from AEW?
Yes,
because Mark Henry. Who else was it?
Big Show
or Paul White stealing money from AEW daily. Paige, Saraya is stealing money from AEW.
Yeah, Saraya is stolen money. I don't know. She has a lifetime contract of stealing money right now. I do not know what her job is. But I think we should just move into Dynamite and NXT and then talk about Rampage at the end. Because yes, for the first time in about maybe a decade, we will
No, we
review
covered
Rampage.
Rampage a few weeks ago when we had to cover 3 hours of AEW nonsense prior to that again.
Yeah. Here's my thing. With the Rampage add-on, whether it's behind Collision or Dynamite or whatnot, if Rampage were not to air that week, would anybody go, oh no, where's Rampage this week? No! So why do we get this tacked on every week? Just don't have a Rampage episode. I feel you would save money. It'd be cheaper. It's not adding. It's not like, oh my God, we have Rampage lead again. People are going to stay to watch because it's such a popular show. No, those people just turn their goddamn TVs off as soon as they even get a whiff of Rampage. A whiff.
So AEW opens up with Tony Khan via satellite saying he's operating AEW from the Jags headquarters as he isn't cleared to leave or travel.
Give him a strike.
And then it was like Bray Wyatt type glitches where the Young Bucks cut off the feed and say they have ironclad contracts with a founder's clause in the contract. It also states that if Tony isn't around, the EVPs run the show. They cut to an opening package of it's just the elite of Dynamite.
Yes. It's Okada, everybody's favorite scapegoat Jack Perry, and the Bucks in the opening. So I think ironclad contracts are bullshit in all the world. I don't think no one's more ironclad than attempting to kill your boss. I don't think that works. I don't think that if I'm trying to think somebody that would have an ironclad shark in sports, but don't really think there's anybody out there right now. If Stephen A. Smith were to go on ESPN and be like, I'm going to take out the head of ESPN, no one's going to be like, oh, Stephen A. Smith now runs all of ESPN because of his ironclad contract.
Take out anyone.
No, he's frail and unathletic and old. But I'm just saying, as an example, I can't think of anybody with an ironclad contract these days. But he would be gone. They get a strike for me to start the show because of one simple phrase. Via satellite. No one does that anymore. Everybody's using Zoom or anything else. Who's using that satellite to transmit their feed? Right now, Manny, are we doing this via satellite? No. The internet has replaced that. That satellite that's up there is useless. It's useless.
So we open with Swerve. He says 3 matches across 3 shows in 1 week. That is the type of champion that AEW deserves, and that is the type of champion Swerve said he would always going to be. AEW does not deserve greedy, childish, power-hungry EVPs that think that they can throw their weight around without any consequence, and what they did was a bitch move. Marcus, I have a problem with what he said, and it's not because he said it, because it reminds me of what AEW tend to do with championship reigns. So 3 matches across 3 shows. I'm assuming at some point they were like title matches of one of them or 2 of them.
One was eliminated. I think he had 2 title matches.
This reminds me of just before All In, when Shida was the AEW Women's Champion, and they just gave her a bunch of title matches to make the title reign seem significant enough to pass on to the next person. And this is kind of what it feels like with Swerve. I feel like they're just like they used to do with Dynamite, pad stats. Not Dynamite. Yeah. What was the Dark? AEW Dark.
Yeah.
They used to pad stats on that, and on Rampage pad the stats to make it seem like their record was really great or something like that, and then eventually just pass the title off to someone else, because that's what happened. That's what happened to Shida. And I remember that because I remember the tournament to get into the Fatal 4-Way where Toni Storm didn't have to compete even though she wasn't the champion. Yet Shida, the champion, had to fight her way into a title match which she already had the title.
Yes. Multiple times.
Yeah, so I'm just concerned the way this is, because it looks exactly like history has proven before, where they're just padding Swerve's stats up and then they're just going to knock him down with the next challenger or whatnot.
To me, they think they're elevating the title by having someone say, "Oh, I'm a fighting champion. I'm here every week, or I fight 3 times a week." But I think it diminishes the title. It doesn't feel special if Jobo the Fool gets a title shot, or they're fighting the world champion. They're pushing the champion to the limit. I feel like it diminishes the champion. The champion seems less special. You know who felt like a special champion? Roman Reigns. You know how many titles he had? 3. Over 6 years. I'm just saying. I know that's a ridiculously low number. That's not true, but I prefer less title matches and feel that they're special. I don't like these throwaway title matches where you know the challenger isn't going to win. I would rather just get a segment of them just talking and whatnot, similar to what we got tonight, where he was just talking about stuff and making an appearance.
Yeah, so Swerve wants to know who his opponent is going to be at Double or Nothing. The Bucks question if success has gotten to his head, humility, and then says his next opponent will be Christian Cage. Immediately, Christian Cage makes his way to the ring and hits Swerve with the mic. But Swerve fights back. The numbers game led to a kill switch on the AEW title. I gave this segment a strike because Nick Wayne's mum was on screen. She serves no purpose.
She was a de facto purpose in this one, Manny. Again, I have to state this every time we do this show. As the resident black man here on this channel, I have to say.
So wait. So,
nope.
Eric don't count as the resident black man on this channel.
I am the resident black man on this channel. Eric lost his black card years ago. Jamal is half Dominican, Puerto Rican, and only a third black. I'm taking all that. I'm the resident black man on the channel. Oh, so as the resident black man on the channel, I was meant to say on the show, but I said channel by accident. Anyway, I have to point out that the fall of every black man seems to be when a white woman stands in front of them. And so Swerve was doing fine, and then he saw Nick Wayne's mom, and it froze him. Right away, the white woman froze him in all her white glory. And he was like, I can't do anything about this. Otherwise, I'm OJ. And so he gets attacked. They get the advantage of him. And you know what? This beatdown was actually deserved. I don't know how you could cheer Swerve after what he did to Nick Wayne in his house with AR Fox that one time. So it was justified.
It was justified as Christian, you just mentioned Christian did bring up that he hadn't forgotten about him breaking into Nick Wayne's house and leaving him in a pool of his own blood. And then he also mentioned that he hasn't forgotten that one time they were a tag team at the biggest show on the history of the business, and he lost and embarrassed him. He got buried. He literally got buried.
Yes.
There's no better time now to make him pay for their mistakes. He's got to make sure that Swerve is just a footnote in the history of AEW. When he is finished with him, his daughter is not going to want to know you, but I can promise you this, she is going to have a father that she can be proud of for the rest of her life.
Oh, he's still on it. I was wondering if Swerve's dad was dead or what they were going to bring up, but it's all about the kids. It's all about the kids. Yeah.
So we lead into Adam Copeland versus, we didn't know who we were going to face because it turned out to be Buddy Matthews. As Buddy Matthews is making his way to the ring, Malachi says, why should he fight him now when he could just watch the effects of what he did to him? So at Dynasty, if people don't know, he spat in his face.
Yeah. So I was convinced. I thought it was Malachi Black that was fighting Adam Copeland tonight, and I didn't realize they were doing an old switcheroo. But then I should have known that something was up.
Malachi Black don't work.
That man don't work. He's another one of these guys stealing money. That man called out sick and said, "Buddy, substitute teacher Buddy Matthews, who, if you look at him and Edge together with the haircuts and the physiques and everything, it was like." Buddy Matthews was looking to his future, was like, oh God, please don't let this become me. And I look this crusty and old when I am 50. Okay? Because I am 20 years away from this.
So this match was all right, Marcus. But again, when you have an open challenge, every match is kind of meaningless. They're all good. They're in a ranking of good, okay to good matches, but they serve no real purpose because there's no story to it.
Yeah, there's no story. I'm assuming they're doing the Malachi Black. Oh my God, this Edge is evil, whatnot. He can do all this. But there was nothing in this that made me care. And I believe that crowd who was sitting on their hands for most of the match, giving penny claps. Go back, there were penny claps throughout that match when they were just laying down thinking they'd get, oh, it's a hot match. It wasn't. It was slow. It was just, and the more I looked at it, the more I was like, I think I don't need Edge anymore. I think it's over. I think it's 100% over. I don't think there's no reason for me to be seeing him anymore.
Well, the match is temporarily stopped as Buddy gets hurt from a double cross body.
Yes.
A spear happens, and then he attacks Buddy after the bell. He goes to hit him with a concerto. The lights go out. Malachi appears, telling him, "Hit him, do it." The lights go out again, and they're in the ring alone.
Well, Buddy also asked for, "Please hit me some more," and random House of Black mind game bullshit that happens. I don't know what escalated Edge to be like, let me do concerto. But then again, every feud involves Edge doing a concerto. Edge has the same feud over and over and over again. Maybe this is why I'm fatigued with him. Someone's going to give a concerto or I'm going to receive one. I'm assuming in the coming weeks, he's going to get a concerto one more time because you know what? His Edge, he has to get a concerto in every single feud he's in. And then Edge returns.
Can I also point out, why is Julia Hart the workhorse of this team? She should not be the one that's working this hard in the House of Black.
Yeah, she runs that house. Because Malachi does nothing. He walked out there. I'm sure, that was a lot of work for him. I guess I got to get off the couch. Just sitting here in my underwear. All right, here we go. Brody just barks. No one does anything. The House of Black, since its inception, has not done a single goddamn thing in their existence. You may say they were the trios tag team titles, but what does that even mean? That just means we like you, we want to do something with you, but we got nothing at the time. It's the same thing with Jay White and the Bang Bang Gang.
Samoa Joe takes on Isaiah Cassidy, or Brother Zay. This man was the former AEW World Heavyweight Champion, Marcus. Why is he going up against Isaiah Cassidy?
I'm going to give you a great reason why he was going against Isaiah Cassidy. And I'm about to put this in plain and simple English. Joe had to know something. He had to know.
What, if he still got it?
He had to know if he could fight a black man and win. And that's what it was. I needed to fight someone to figure out, can I wrestle black people? Because Swerve whooped my ass at Dynasty. And I want to know. So I'll take on any black man in the back tonight.
If you were to rank Brother Zay in the black people in AEW, I don't think he's very high on that list.
I believe he's top 5.
No, I don't. I think the man of the shapes takes up 4 spaces.
Because this also got me thinking about the ranking of AEW, available ranking AEW black wrestlers. Which Brother Zay.
Jay Lethal is if Swerve, because he's the champion, is at number 1 at default. Jay Lethal has to be number 2.
Jay Lethal probably has the second most wins of an active black wrestler. Powerhouse Hobbs is injured and he loses all the time. Shane Taylor loses all the time. Brian Keith the Bounty Hunter loses all the time. Brother Zay fits right in there with the rest of them.
No, I would not
Jay
allow
Lethal
it.
loses. Hold on. Jay Lethal loses just as much as they do. And you know it. You know it.
It's true. But I'm going based on history, Marcus. Which is what this company does. They care about their history.
Yeah, Prince Nana has more victories by default right now than half the black people in AEW. Which their record is -0. So I think that's what Samoa Joe. But my favorite part of this match, the Samoa Joe walk away, which breaks wrestling.
That looked like it hurt, man. That one looked like it really hurt.
Yeah, I don't understand why you would do that when Zay does a swanton to the outside. Joe just walks to the side and just watch him die. And then proceeds to kill Brother Zay. This was a good old-fashioned ass-whooping squash match that I think we needed. That the AEW should do more of. Why would the Samoa Joe need this? Be honest, I don't know, but whatever.
You forgot to do one thing, Marcus. You forgot
Oh,
to tell
Manny.
me my microphone was way too far away from me.
Was it? I didn't notice. You came in normally. It sounds the same. It sounds the same. It sounded the same.
Yeah, so Joe wins, and then we get Orange Cassidy. He says the best friends are never going to happen again, as he's been told that what after Trent did in the match against Chuck will never wrestle again. And I went, hooray!
Hey! Manny, send in your balloon graphic. I don't know if you have it or fireworks or anything. Here we go.
I turned them off because they were irritated.
Well, you guys know what fireworks look like.
Pew, pew, pew,
pew, pew, bang, bang, poo, pow. Chuck E. T is gone. There it is. I think that was the best thing that ever happened to wrestling. And I believe this AEW Dynamite gets an A, and any strike is clear now that Chuck E. T is out.
Trent claims that Orange Cassidy was making Chuck's career ending about himself, and it's because he's selfish, and Chuck's career is over because of him, not Trent. Statlander and security hold back Orange Cassidy, but then Don Callis whispers in Orange Cassidy's ear and then walks him away.
Walks Orange Cassidy's side to the back. Statlander was out there. There's a whole kerfuffle. And apparently we're at beatdown on site. This feud has gotten more TV time than I think anything else on the show. I think it even gets more TV time than the death of Tony Khan. I don't know where this is going. It's not elevate anybody. Are we trying to elevate Trent here? Because I don't think that's possible.
I don't think there is any type of elevation in AEW, to be honest, Mark, because I believe you know how the English Premier League has relegation involved in it. So,
yes. You know, I'm invested because of Wrexham.
Yeah. Whereas the NFL system, everyone is kind of built to be in the 500. That's what it is. Yeah. Everyone, because the salary cap is always 500. I think that's what AEW is like. Yeah, AEW is meant to be a level playing field for everyone.
Fuck that. I don't want that. I want escalators, Manny. I don't want. You've been to airports. You've seen the escalators that just walk across straight, where people can just carry their luggage and go across.
I hate about that. People stand still on those, and when they're flat, I hate them. I walk because it feels like I'm walking even faster than I should be.
Yeah. It's fun. It's fun to walk fast. So when we were in Vegas this time, there's a walkway from the, I believe, Excalibur to Mandalay Bay, and I was talking shit to Eric. I was like, why would you guys walk normal when you can use this? And I was about to do it, but I ended up trapped behind people who were just standing there as everybody walked by me, and they're walking like downstairs, and I'm going like, oh, well, this is not the way this is supposed to go. And then I get to the bottom, and I go, ha-ha, my legs are saved. I don't know why.
Well, I left something out of my WWE live experience video because it would have made me sound like a horrible person. So
this is the Sharpshooter Wrestling Channel.
In front of me, there was a lady and a carer. She was supposed to be in a wheelchair, but no, she held up the line because she thought, I can walk this. The walk is long. The walk around the ring, to do a full lap of the thing is long. I was like, should I just overtake them? Because what they were doing was holding me back.
Lady, get in your wheels. Let's go.
She decided to. I was like, this is making your life easy. All you want to do is take a picture with the wrestlers. You don't need to prove to them that your legs are working fine by walking all the way around.
Yeah, Manny's over there. I respect your courage. I respected your pride. I respect your, but use the wheelchair and save your time. You're not proving anything to anybody. No one's gonna remember this moment. This isn't Willis Weed walking out the tunnel for the Knicks. Okay, I don't need this. No one's gonna remember this.
I was getting furious because each time I saw the gap between the people in front of them and then like a line of people being held back by this person. I'm like, sit in your chair and then stand up when you get to the place.
And that is the horrible moment of Sharpton history. The Larry David moment of the.
Welcome to who Manny really is on a daily basis.
Well, I mean, Curb Your Enthusiasm is over. Maybe Manny will take the mantle. Just get up and walk. Get up and walk. What do you prove it? I can see Larry David just saying, you got nothing to prove.
Then we get where are we? Jack Perry says he meant what he said last week. When he wants what's best for AEW, that's exactly what he did. Tony made him the scapegoat, and it was the sacrifice that someone was going to have to make. But we all have to sacrifice, and thanks to him, we're entering a new era under the elite.
Oh, everybody's in a new era these days. But can I say something? The production this week seemed to be better. Maybe the elite should be in charge because Tony's audio is always off. I didn't have any audio issues this week. God damn it! I can hear Jack Perry say this. I can hear it.
But the concept of the joke, surely with Tony Khan doing the thing via satellite and it glitching out considers a production strike. Because the show was perfect after that, production-wise.
They fixed it right away. I don't know who Tony be working with, but he does not want to work with. My favorite thing about Tony Khan being deleted from his own show or removed and beat up is people just don't care. The other wrestlers don't care. Swerve brought it up, casually brought it up, like, oh, you guys are scumbags or whatever. But everybody else came to work as usual. Brother Zay and Joe had a match.
Stokely had a problem with it.
Well, he had no problem. Yeah, that's true. But no one else, everybody came to work. No one was like, hey, man, this is bullshit. Our boss is injured. I'm calling out.
I had a problem with Tony Khan's setup at the beginning of the show, actually. You would think he would have a better, him of all people being the millionaire in this situation. Probably billionaire.
Billionaire.
I'm saying millionaire because his father's the billionaire. You'd think he'd have a better setup. No, he had a Dell laptop and then 2 Apple laptops to the side of him. Which I was like, if it was me, I would clearly have the Apple laptop in front of me and that shitty Dell is further away from me as humanly possible.
I will have a giant screen because I'm sure he's monitoring the show. I have multiple screens in the back. I do not have a laptop. I will have it hooked up to one of the most powerful PCs or Apple computer, whatever I can do. The most powerful setup possible. The one thing I took away from his setup that I disliked, why the hell do you have the AEW championship in your background like you the champ? You are not the champ. You do not get to have that title. I've never seen a McMahon or a Hemsley with the titles in the background talking about these are my belts because I'm the owner. No, you don't get to have replica titles. You're not a fan anymore. That's for fans.
My setup is better than Tony Khan's right now.
Yeah.
I've got the notes here. I've got us in the middle. And then I've got the statistics of what this show is currently doing on the Rampage.
Dramatically depressing statistics.
Yeah. I'm doing a great job of covering up my sadness.
Little Luchador is celebrating. Dell is where it's at. Not really.
No,
not really.
Adele.
It never has been.
Adele and her music is where it's at.
Yeah.
If you're comparing it to Dell's.
I can't wait for album number 32 or whatever age she is right now. I'll say 40. And Wes asks, where's Ricky Starks? He's counting down the days where he can be with Cody once again. That's where he's at. He's at home counting. He got an hourglass. He got a watch. He got a stopwatch. He got a little old timers clock. He got big bells.
I don't think they'll value him as a main roster talent if he goes over there.
They absolutely won't do anything with him.
He's an NXT talent for them. I don't see him being a main roster talent at the beginning.
I got him going straight to the main roster with Cody and being in the mid card, and he will finally replace what I think he needs to long replace the fake Steve Austin and Rock LA Knight, and where we can get a legit fake Steve Austin and Rock with Ricky Starks.
Ricky Starks is younger, right?
I think he's maybe 10 years younger. So I would go that route, and then you can replace Fake Rock with another Fake Rock, but that's like we say thing, RC Cola. That's like we say Pepsi with RC Cola, or RC Cola with Pepsi. I'm trying to make it an upgrade.
Chris Jericho takes on Shibata. This match was way too long. Way too long.
It was no, Manny, no. You're not saying it long enough. It was no, seriously. This deserves a close up. This was way too long. And it was a very, 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 very long and stupid ass match. I hate this match so much. I thought it was dumb. I thought them sitting down, hitting each other with kendo sticks was dumb. I thought throwing a hockey puck in somebody's face is dumb because that shit looked like it hurts. And I wouldn't want to deal with that. I swear to God, if someone threw a hockey puck in my face and I'm not unconscious, I am fighting you until you're dead. Until you're dead. There is no stopping me now. And I think the judge and jury will find me innocent of murder because it was justified. Who throws a hockey puck in somebody's face? Also, in this match, I think the funniest thing happened, and I think this is the only reason I'm not giving it a strike is because of this. Chris Jericho attempts Lionsault. Chris Jericho almost breaks neck. Instead, lands the Lionsault, but his knee crunches Shibata right in the nuts, which made me laugh for probably 5 minutes straight. Because how does that happen? If it's Shibata who's in the ring crunching his balls, his cojones, his breathing, it's like, as Jericho looks for weapons. To me, funniest moment of the year so far.
Then Big Bill puts Shibata through a table, allowing Jericho to get the win.
Why? Why? That is the same energy. Now that he's back in his short shorts. What do you think of this learning tree, Manny?
If it means he wrestles less, sure.
He just wrestled 20 minutes.
If he continues to wrestle even long matches, he needs to stop. Who do you think he is?
It's just bad. Just go
Suzuki
away.
wrestles better than him, and I swear he's like 100.
Yeah. I think it's just enough. Enough, Chris. Just to quote a wise man, just walk away. Just walk away.
No, to quote Jamal, pack him up.
Pack it up. Pack that shit up. You see what happens when there's no ETEs? We don't have anybody getting packed up.
We don't have bags being thrown.
Yes. Oh, I think there needs to be an attack on AEW. I think it's time to remove all the old Canadian guys. I like Christian, but all old Canadian guys, please take exit left. I'm done with you. It's not enough. Jericho, Adam Copeland's, and Christian I like, but get out of here. Get out of here.
Claudio takes on Brian Cage. Claudio cut a little box promo. He claims he was never the shiny toy. He was the wooden toy that you can't break. I'll tell you one thing, Claudio. I'll take a hammer to that wooden toy if you think about it. I can't break it.
Claudio is a toy from 1980s, as opposed to toys from now where you can upgrade it and get expansion packs and downloadable content. This motherfucker has not evolved 1 inch at all. He's the same wrestler he's been for the past 20 years, and it's nice and consistent. You may like it, but how dare him and Brian Cage just have a match here? For what? Who's this helping? This wasn't about anything. I did not care. Brian Cage loses like a black man on this show. It doesn't matter. He loses like Penta. He loses like Ishii. The man takes pins. He takes pins. He loses like Les Archer. There is no bit of any of this. Ooh, Cesaro beats Brian Cage. Oh my God. Tessa Blanchard did that. Get out of here. And by the way, I want to give him a strike. Yeah.
Claudio hasn't changed. He hasn't changed since Vince McMahon had that famous interview where he said Cesaro isn't grabbing the brass ring. He has never changed since. He's been the same wrestler since then, and that was ages ago.
Yeah. It's been 20 years of the same guy. And, I respect his ability. He's a great wrestler, but You would think you would have some moment of character at some point.
No.
At all. Just an ounce. One catchphrase. Just one. Just one.
The problem with him is he has more character on when he was on Up, Up, Down, Down with Woods and Adam Cole and Breeze. Yeah, he hasn't brought that persona or anything to the main to his actual job.
No. I think he tried to bring the jokes, but it didn't even work. None of them landed at all. Brian Cage. You get a strike. You know what? I'm giving you 3 strikes. You're out. Because I would like to take away everything that belongs to Brian Cage right now. Because I have a question, Manny. Do you know what faction Brian Cage is in?
The Mogul Embassy.
Yes. Swerve is the champion. Have you ever seen them interact?
Not for a long time.
Is Swerve still the leader of the Mogul Embassy?
Also, that begs the question where the gates of agony are at this moment in time, too.
Yeah. So, Stokely has abandoned him. He comes up with the Mogul Embassy's representation, the stuff on his Tron. But I go, who's in that group? Who's in that group? Because Swerve don't claim the Mogul Embassy. The Gangs of Agony, I don't think is part of it anymore. No one's congratulated Swerve on his title in that group. Stokely don't come out with you. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Just someone make it make sense. Just stop it. The Mogul Embassy never was a thing.
And then what I'm citing as the match of the night was Mariah May versus Serena Deeb. And you know why? Because we are great fans on this channel. Well, maybe this show, because I don't think Eric gives a damn, of the Professor Serena Deeb.
I had a problem with Serena Deeb having pyro this week. I don't know why. I was just like, why? What? When?
No, Mark, because I have a problem with there is no moment where anyone should be losing in a Boston half crab.
Yeah. Not only losing, Manny.
Someone
career-threatening injury.
She's got the half crab, and then she can see she's not tapping out, so she takes the knee and then drives it numerous times into the canvas, and then Tony Storm sees it and goes, "No, she's had enough. I'm throwing in the towel."
Yes. And that was it. That is your new build for the week for your new women's wrestling build. Where's Sheeta? Where's Nyla Rose?
Sheeta last seen in ROH. Nyla Rose, I don't think she exists in this company anymore.
I mean, I feel like there's always the flavor of the next pay-per-view for the women's division. Like, you could either be Diana Purrazzo, Taya Valkyrie, now it's Serena Deeb. It just goes on and on for the flavor of the week. Riho had that. It just goes on and on. It's an endless thing. And as soon as Willow loses to Mercedes, I'm assuming we're moving on from that to Mercedes and her villains of the week. By the way, so AEW gets another positive on the show for Mercedes not being on the show at all. I didn't have to judge this at all this week, and it was good.
Yeah, we didn't have none of this. CEO.
Oh, so I don't know if we're past it. Did we talk about the backstage segment where Stokely and Statlander are barred from ringside, or are we saving that for Rampage?
We can have it.
Yeah, so they're barred from ringside. And other than Stokely's own actions, what has warranted this? As EVP has barred him from ringside. I don't know why they did their job correctly. Because he's a cheating fool. That's why. He's a cheating fool.
Kenny Omega details his ongoing battle with diverticulitis and how it almost made him quit wrestling. He stopped watching wrestling until he turned on Dynasty, and he was shaking because he was going through withdrawal. I told you, man, cocaine's a powerful drug. He states that this is
no one has better cocaine than Tony too, so.
He states that this isn't over until he exhausts every single option. He states until someone says otherwise with some power, but some of the power belongs to the best bout machine. Out comes Okada. Kenny says, let's settle this in an AEW ring. But to give him a couple of months. Okada says he is the best bout machine now, as Jack Perry decides to blindside Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega gives him the fastest kicks I've seen from a man that's allegedly one kick away from dying.
Yeah. Can I point out Kenny Omega beat the shit out of Jack Perry is the way everybody would have beat the shit out of Jack Perry. You try to jump me from behind? Fuck you. Kick you in the face. He whooped his ass. Okada wasn't there to save his life. Oh, Jack Perry will be dead.
Kenny gives Jack Perry the business, but looks to damage himself in the process and gets a chair to the midsection. The Bucks give him the EVP trigger. FTR decide to come out at the very end.
Yeah. Should we get involved in this? I don't know. Oh, yeah, he's dead. We can come out now. That's called fake hustle, Manny. Fake hustle.
So Rampage opens with Kenny being stretchered out and FTR being taken out in the back by the EVPs, and then Kenny shoved off the stretcher by the Elite.
Yeah, I want to give Okada. I don't think Okada's ever received a strike in his life, but those are the worst European uppercuts I've ever seen in my life that he was doing the Dax. He was just like, is this actually going to be on TV? I don't know. I'm going to really not do anything with these European uppercuts.
And then the rest of Rampage did not matter because Jay White defeats Dante Martin with the Blade Runner. Big Bill asks Jericho to be a part of the learning tree. Jericho accepts. Kyle O'Reilly has a solid match, but wins with roll up against Rocky Romero. And then Sky Blue takes on Willow, and Willow defeats her.
Again, another useless title match. Willow's really going to lose before Double or Nothing. We were building this long, and she's going to lose. That ain't happening. He jumped through barbed wire for no reason. Willow's been in more street fights than I think anybody in the company. Anyway, Rampage is useless.
It just goes to show what I said at the top of the Dynamite report about Swerve's title reign, Shida's title reign, that they're just padding numbers for Willow to have with title defenses, and then possibly handing the title to Mercedes at Double or Nothing.
Yeah, that's where we're basically at with that, and I just think attempted murder should strip you of your EVP status. I think that has happened. I think there's a precedent of that happening anywhere in any business. I don't know how your contract. It just shows that Tony Khan's an even bigger fool of having a founder's ironclad contract. That these guys are running roughshod.
This would happen.
So I don't understand why Okada is not the champion, or I would be going crazy. Oh, we got full control? Okada, you're fighting for the belt. Fuck you, Christian. Why is Christian getting the title shot? I'll give it to Okada.
I mean, you can't just feed Okada to Swerve, because then if Okada loses, because you want to keep Swerve strong, that makes Okada look shit. But then and then it also makes Okada's title reign look like a joke, even more of a joke than
you care about that. You don't care about that title, man. No one does. In fact, did he even wear the title this week? I'm going to say he did not. He did not. He doesn't want to be seen with that title. Like, I don't even know what this title means. I think if they wanted to be serious about all of this, Jack Perry should have been Swerve's first opponent instead of Christian. Because it would make sense. If you're drunk with power, wouldn't you be the ones giving yourself the main title? Now it looks like Swerve don't have the main title. In fact, Roderick Strong is the main champion with the international title. Or Okada with the Continental title, or Copeland with the TNT title, or Moxley with the IWGP title, or Jay White. He has 8 titles he walks out to the ring with, or whatever he got. How do you have the custom titles of the what were they called? The Acclaim, the current AEW regular titles, and the Ring of Honor tag team title? Why are you bringing all of those to the ring? They're all the same title.
Why not?
You're not Ultimo Dragon carrying this. He had multiple regions.
Can I just point out, Nina Samuels is on the run of her life, and she's currently with 10 belts.
It's ridiculous. But they're 10 different belts.
I'm hoping
at least
she gets 11, and then she can spell her name N11 NA.
Ooh. I'm 100% for that. Shout out to Nina Samuels. Let's go.
So should we move into NXT?
Yes, let's go to the blackest wrestling show in the history of wrestling, which is unnecessarily too black for its own good.
So it opens with Trick Williams, as it should have.
Yes, as any champion, new champion should. It opens with you. The crowd's hyped to see you. You get your "you deserving" chance. Everybody's happy.
He thanks Dragunov for everything he's done for him in his career and what he's done for NXT. He tells him to do your thing, dog. Calls the new NXT era, the whoop that era. Lash still carrying that letter as Trick continues to flirt with Lash. She says the envelope is the truth, and she tells him to enjoy the title reign because things are gonna come crashing down. She's pregnant.
There was so much of the crowd going, "You're the father, who's your daddy," and all that kind of. That's where it seemed like it was going. That's where it seemed like it was going. And I would like to give Trick and Strike for misusing his analogy of a Reese's peanut butter cup. Manny, me being a local fat man and black man, I know exactly.
Wait, so you've gone from resident black man to local fat man?
I haven't used the bald community in my part or the beard yet, but
you can't use bald community because I'm also bald.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, but as the local fat man in my community, I am an expert in Reese's peanut butter cups. And I think their analogy was wrong because I know for a fact that in a normal Reese's peanut butter cup, the chocolate is on the outside and the gold is on the inside. Not the other way around that he reversed it, where you want my gold on the outside, chocolate on the inside. It's not the way it works, Trick. I know you ain't eating Reese's peanut butter cup in a while. I see those abs. I see the shape you're in. But as a resident fat man, I'm letting you know that's not how it works. Unless you get the inverted one, which are no good. Do not eat those Reese's pieces. But Manny, if you were to describe yourself, are you a Reese's peanut butter cup or are you a Kit Kat?
I feel like my bones are as brittle as a Kit Kat.
Manny brings a woman home. God! Fucking Kit Kat.
How would you describe yourself?
Huh? Well, I like to think myself as a big tricks. I'm a Snicker, a giant Snicker bar, because I'm filled with all types of shit. I'm full of all types of bullshit.
Ariana teaches Gigi fine dining etiquette where she's running down the card for the rest of the night. I'll just point out Gigi was clearly not drinking water because no one burps like that with water.
No, she was clearly drunk. That was clearly some form of champagne or wine or a seltzer of some kind. A seltzer, some White Claw and a wine glass.
That was White Claw. That was 100% White Claw.
Yeah, that's some white trash shit right there, I think. By the way, White Claw is the worst. I don't understand how people drink it.
I don't like seltzers one bit at all. I don't like seltzers. No, they taste disgusting.
Like,
they taste bitter.
It just tastes like dirty water. Just tastes like dirty water. I was out last night. People were popping open the seltzers. I popped over my Crystal Geyser water. As in sobriety. Sobriety,
so
people.
Cool. You're so cool.
Yes, I'm so cool. Someone was drinking with me. They were drinking. They were like, "Oh, I'm drinking a Perrier just so I can feel cool too."
Perrier,
yeah, because
too fancy of sparkling water.
Yeah, it is a step because they were saying it's a step below or above a White Claw because it's not. I'm not drinking, but I may as well be because it is better than White Claw.
Perrier is the type of drink snobs drink. They think they're better than you with the type of sparkling water you're drinking.
Hold on. One, Eric is a Perrier drinker.
Exactly.
Example. Hold on. But I have dabbled in the Perrier. I do not like Perrier or sparkling water, but there's a lime flavor Perrier that's actually good. I hit the lime, makes it go a long way.
I don't get why people like sparkling water. I just don't
drink a soda.
Like, what?
Because they want a soda.
It's like, put some bubbles in my water, please.
I need some carbonation. Yeah. I need a soda. No. Just drink a soda, drink some alcohol or something, or just drink a regular, good old fashioned, as I like to say, tap water. Just drink some tap.
So we go to our first match tonight, which is Oba Femi versus Ivar. This was a really good match. Femi wins with a pop-up powerbomb, which is even more impressive because it's fucking Ivar.
Yeah, I thought the electric chair where he was walking backwards was more impressive because that looks scary. I'm always afraid for his knees.
And then Wesley returned probably ahead of schedule because he saw Javon Evans last week.
Oh no! My butt!
He has a standoff with Femi. Briggs thanks Ivar for softening up Oba for him next. Wes praising them both for having good showings against Oba Femi for his North American title. Briggs says, "You can't just cut in line."
Briggs, you're not even in this company. You're barely here.
In the line. You're barely in the line.
Yeah, we wouldn't even allow you in the building. Like you're in the. If we were at a club and we were all lined up outside the club, as soon as it got to Briggs, hey man, we're full. I'm on the list. No, I don't think so. Don't think so. You're not welcome in here.
Then Fallon Henley is in the back in her head as Thea begs her to come to the ring with her. So we get Thea Hale versus JC Jane. As they're coming up, Marcus, I just saw the people standing at the side where they come up through the Chase U entrance.
Uh-huh.
I was like, these people clearly have the worst view if they're standing on the stairs.
Yeah, I don't know who those people on the stairs were. Like they were just walking through, but whatever. This is a warehouse. These are free tickets. You see my seat. Yeah, you see all these stairs right here. That's how bad your seats are.
I thought this match was okay. JC breaks her nose at some point in this match.
Yeah, what the hell? I don't even know when that happened. I just know she was a bloody mess, and I went, "Oh, what happened to JC?"
Thea taps out to the Kimura. Mr. Chase bumps
the other
Fallon
way
Henley.
around. The other way around.
Thea taps out JC to the Kimura.
Yeah.
Mr. Chase bumps Fallon Henley as she's getting into the ring, which leads to her turning on Thea Hale.
Yep. Which I was shocked. I went, "Oh no, what happened here?" But then I also realized, got the realization, more Thea Hale bullshit is happening coming soon.
Thea Hale is slowly becoming the Rey Mysterio of the women's division in NXT.
Booyaka, booyaka!
Thea Hale is crying in the back. Ridge asks her how she's doing, and that says that she will learn that she can't trust anyone. Fallon is talking to Kalani Jordan, saying that she needs to start putting herself first.
Yes. And then Kalani's like, "What?" I think so. Ridge, I want to go to Ridge. Was that with you on this show that I said that he's the new Lars Sullivan, or was that somewhere else where I was talking, just having a conversation?
I know you brought up Lars Sullivan at some point, but then I think me and Eric quickly cut you off because no one needs to be talking about Lars Sullivan.
Yeah, so I'm upset with myself, and I'm giving myself another strike this week, Manny. Because I called Ridge the next Lars Sullivan, and I felt like by me mentioning his name, he has now popped up into existence one more time. I don't know if you read the news story about the allegations.
I saw it, and then I decided not to read it.
Oh man! So he was. It was something about a masseuse. I'm not going to go into detail. A masseuse said he was a dickhead, an asshole, and he was harassing her. Apparently, and he was calling her, and she has left a message. Found out that he was an ex-washed-up wrestler, and decided to post his phone number online so people can tell how much of a piece of shit he really is. True story. So let's get back to NXT.
Well, I don't really want to talk about the next part of NXT, but we get the new OTM, Tyson DuPont and Tyreek Igwe. Or Igawe. Boy. I'm not sure. They never actually really pronounced the surname.
Doesn't matter.
They take on the Good Brothers, Marcus. How are you going to get the jobber entrance on your own debut?
Manny, they got full video package of the thing, and I was like, wow, look at this guy doing shock put. He educated brother too. Oh my God. OTM is dead. And I'm like celebrating. I'm shooting pistols in the air. Neighbors don't seem to mind it. But I'm on the first floor too. And I do have people above me.
He's gone from the resident black man
Yes.
to the local fat man in his local area,
Yes.
to Black Yosemite Sam.
God telling us I'm going to say I am a nuisance of a neighbor. Like this man's a terror. It's a terror. Why is he shooting pistols up? Is he like a new black tag team? This is fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. Betty, they get to the ring and immediately I go, this can't be it. This can't be it. Oh, shoulder block. Shoulder block. Stinger splash. Shoulder block. Oh God, they're terrible. Absolutely terrible. They were supposed to replace not ODM, not join them.
Marcus, I think Booker T needs to be fired. Because he said these lot are like a young Harlem Heat. And then after that moment, they lost on their debut. After he said that they Magic Killer and dead.
Yeah. Manny, I think the move, the Magic Killer, was appropriate because I felt like that's what happened when all the magic of this team went out the window. When they lost, when they wrestled, if you want to call that wrestling, they had no offensive move. I think a side slam was the only move.
Well, Marcus, as I already said, the writing was on the wall when they had a jobber entrance on their NXT debut, which had 2 vignettes, one last week and one this week.
Yeah, I thought they had something here. This was nothing. This was so sad. Oh my God, I never want to see these guys wrestle again. We fired Sega and Veer for this? For this?
Ava is in the ring. She states that the Women's North American NXT champion will be crowned in a ladder match at Battleground. Jada Parker states that she is going to demolish every woman in that locker room and she won't even break a sweat. So Ruka, Ariana Grace, and Michin throw their name in a hat, proving that the lineage of the men's North American title also goes on to the women's North American title, being the ethnic title.
Yes. Because in a line that you had to be there that make it more funny, when Jada Parker's talking about, I'm gonna be the champion, and then So Roku come out. I just looked to Ryan and said, "Oh, things have just gotten blacker on this show." And then me and Yim comes out, and I go, "Oh no, they have reached new heights." Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't know who's involved in this ladder match. Yeah, I don't know who's involved. I didn't know who's involved in this ladder match, but I believe this is so confused
Matters calling it a combine to get in here. I don't know why they decided to confuse Matters by saying, "Oh, there'll be a combine, and then there'll be 12 that finish here, and then that will lead to matches, and then the 6 winners will go on to the ladder match."
Yeah, how does the combine work? So we gotta find out who the most athletic woman in the company is in the combine to get in to this ladder match.
Yeah, we gotta find out who's gonna be the new quickest, the fastest, the strongest. We gotta find a new Bianca Belair out of this.
I mean, they have to bring Bianca and Taz. They own that combine. I feel like they own all the records, right?
No, I think Lash has beaten a few of Bianca's records from what I've heard.
I think Power. I think she beat all the Power records, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And probably Lee. Have you seen how gigantic her thighs are? She's got.
Yeah. I mean, you see, she was on full display this week in her outfit.
I think Lash could do a great job for the long jump in American Olympics. Her feet are huge.
She's huge.
We get a pointless match, much like Jericho versus Shibata, with Sean Spears versus.
Excuse me. Holland. I think a more pointless match would be Cage versus Claudio. That moved nothing along other than time.
Well, so did this. Sean Spears versus Ridge Holland. Did not care about this. Ridge wins.
They were finishing the story. You know what? To their defense, they finished the story of Sean Spears and Ridge, which is over. It's over. He's moved on to Thea Hell, I guess.
The final testaments say that all divisions are living on borrowed time, and they are coming for all the titles. The Don is scouting for a Heritage Cup match. He's going to be bored when he told him, "Get me the footage of Heritage Cup matches, all of them." Man, he's gonna be bored.
I think he's gonna be entertained for the first two, and then goes, "Oh, so the secret is to get this in the first 2 rounds because that never happens."
Then Nathan Frazier and Axiom take on the Authors of Pain. This match was meh. We get to win the match. We saw a double Habibi kick from the New Catch Republic, then a super kick, and then a roll up, and then Nathan Frazier and Axiom retain the NXT titles, tag team titles.
Hooray! So Karrion Kross is wrong again. And him and his final testament, I believe we'll have more testaments. I'm going to say they need to be done at the continuation testaments because nothing's ever final with them.
There's too many books in this testament.
Yes, it's a never-ending testament.
Then we get to the main event, which I thought was surprisingly, because I set such a low bar for this, was surprisingly really good.
Well, I was entertained by this one. Was it good? I don't know. But I
set the bar. Do you know when you set the bar so low, anything can jump above it? Just like how I set the bar really low for Maxine matches, and then a perfect plex makes me give out 20 stars. This was, do you know what? I feel like they see a lot in Lola Vice. 1, to give her the main event, and 2, be in the main event with Natty. So, there is something there with Lola Vice, and I think they also see something in Petrovic.
Yeah, I see so much more in Lola Vice than anybody else in this segment, including Shayna, who's there. But, I enjoyed this. I enjoyed the fall to the outside into people. I enjoyed the fight, the submission. I just think some of the submission stuff is impossible. I don't know how you end up in full mount. You have full mount, but end up in a guillotine. Shenanigans happened. I enjoyed the match. I enjoyed it. I thought the people slamming on the match probably were exhausted at one point. You can see it, and that they stopped actually hitting. They were just like, all right, this is too much Jey Uso for me hitting this match. My hands are going to be beaten. But overall, entertain. I thought NXT Spring Breaking. Oh, we're not done yet. We still got Roxanne in the back.
Well, Roxanne is whining in the back that why she wasn't drafted, claiming Ava had some vendetta when Ava reminded her that champions are protected. Although I didn't think champions were that protected for NXT. And then Roxanne learns that her next opponent is going to be Chelsea Green
in a very unpractical outfit. Just a giant bow.
She's a gift. That's what it was. That was the symbolism. She was the gift.
Yeah, I am disappointed because it seemed like a post-match in-show segment would involve a star. I like Chelsea, but I felt like it was about to be like, oh, your opponent is so-and-so? Oh, damn. But Chelsea ain't beat nobody. Although I would support a Chelsea Green NXT women's title run.
I would. Imagine how unbearable she'd be on SmackDown with that title too.
Yeah. It'd be really upsetting to a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why they built it up as you're fighting Chelsea Green. That's putting asses in the seats. It seemed like they were setting up that Julia was about to walk through that door or somebody. Right? I feel like it was gonna be a big name. Like, someone for the main roster that's actually has a chance to take titles.
Well, if anything, it should have been. Do you know what? If anything, it should have been the one to scare her. It should have been the final boss. Not Ava's
Miko Satomura. Yes.
Miko Satomura.
I killed you.
I hit you so hard you nearly died.
The storyline is perfect. The storyline for Miko Satomura to make an epic return to challenge Roxanne is perfect because Roxanne will have nothing but PTSD of the last time she fought Miko Satomura that it almost cost her life and did cost her the title though. She didn't win.
Yeah, and WWE are wasting Miko Satomura. Just let her do this match and let her go. Release her from a contract.
Is she still in the company?
I think she is. They haven't used her since. Let her go. Let her do something elsewhere.
Can you take your business somewhere else with Miko Satomura? We're gonna finish this. Finish the Miko and Roxanne story. That should be your next one. Maybe that's what's gonna happen next week. Chelsea's gonna come out. Chelsea loses, and then boom, Miko Satomura shows up.
She's been gone so long. I don't even remember the entrance. I don't remember the music.
Me neither. I'm sure it's something racist. that Vince McMahon had. But I think this is how we should do the next few weeks with Roxanne Perez. Bang! She fights Chelsea Green. She wins. Great. Miko Satomura comes out, threatens her. Cool. Next week, promo, face-to-face, contract signing, whatever. Bang! Next week, they have a match. Roxanne Perez kills Miko Satomura. Oh no! This upset Julia, representing all of Japanese wrestling, Italian wrestling, and every other ethnicity out there. Boom! They got a fight at Battleground June 9th in Vegas.
She's one of my own. She's one of my own.
Even without a belt. I think she's Italian until she gets the belt, Manny. Italian and Japanese or something. Until she gets a belt.
When she loses that belt, she's Italian and Japanese again.
You lose one of your nationalities. But that should be Roxanne Perez's future. The final boss.
Yeah, and then I don't know where we go. I feel like NXT's missing its next big star in the men's division. Like at the moment, when you look at it, there's no one for Trick really to fight.
It's true
at all.
Well, I believe they're trying to elevate Noam Dar. I think that's going to be his opponent.
Yeah, and when I look at Noam Dar, I don't believe him to be that good.
Yeah. Trick should be going against someone like Ivar, who's just floating around existing, but he's already lost to Oba Femi. Oba is just holding the North American title until he kills Trick.
Until he wants to destroy Trick.
Yeah. So I don't have a next opponent for him. I think Wesley would have been a good person to battle Trick, but he wants to die too to Oba Femi. Dijak's gone. Dijak would have been a good opponent, but he's gone.
The interesting thing about Dijak is he's been moved to the main roster, but he hasn't actually signed a new contract, and his contract is up coming soon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe this was the Tyson to be like, hey, you're on the main roster. Come on.
Well, yeah, I reckon he was already on main roster money. It was like when they released who did they release? Von Wagner, who was on main roster money.
Yeah.
But was floundering on NXT, so it was like, you gotta go.
Yeah. I believe Dijak is gonna re-sign with WWE, and I feel like he has no choice because where else is he gonna go?
AEW? They need another big man.
Nah, they don't love big guys there. You see what happens to the big guys there? You become Les Archer or Brian Cage or Keith Lee, if I dare.
Brian Cage is not a big man. He's a wide man. He's a muscly man.
I like to think that he's if Big Bronson Reed ever decided to cut weight and get in shape, Brian Cage and him would be the exact same guy. I think they're the same height.
When you are of that Samoan kind of dynasty, he's from New Zealand, but he could be from Australian. He's probably Australian. But when you have that big build,
Australian,
he's not gonna lose that size. He's just not.
No.
No matter how hard he tries, he is not losing that size.
My favorite part about Bronson Reed this week is that he's listed at 330, but he told McAfee, "I'm actually 350 right now. You need to eat a salad. You need to eat a salad. Cut it down. Cut weight. Shouldn't be bragging about gaining so much weight. You're almost 400 pounds."
You talking barrel.
That was the show this week. I got NXT in first place of all the shows this week. I was actually really entertained by the show. I thought it was well done. Most balanced.
Do you know what? I feel I may put Raw ahead. The draft wasn't interesting, but like, there's nothing outstanding about this episode of NXT to make me go, "This is above Raw."
True.
And then also there was nothing really that outstanding on AEW Dynamite outside of the women's match for me, and the Willow match on Rampage was trash.
Yeah, it just existed. I was watching that entire Rampage show, just hoping it was just over, just end this.
No, I skipped a lot of it. I was just scrubbing through it.
Yeah, I heard on the grapevine, but it didn't happen. Our boy's back. Ray Phoenix is back.
Is he back?
He's back. He wrestled on
No,
Collision.
wait, Marcus, he ain't back till we see him do that sonic spin into the guardrail, and then we say, then you say,
Hey,
and
Manny.
you look to your left.
Oh wait,
No, right.
This way on the camera.
Hey Manny, how about that dive?
Yes.
He ain't officially back till we've done that.
Well, he's in spring training. He's revving up.
I can't wait for another pointless Lucha Bros match.
Yeah. I'm done seeing Penta take these pins. It's time for Ray Phoenix to take some too. Oh,
Roosh had a video package on Dynamite.
He did.
He picked up from where Andrade left off. It's clearly someone wrote the script for Andrade. I was like, oh, okay, he left. Okay, Roosh,
here you go, Roosh.
You're doing this now.
You're the new Andrade now. You're El Ilolo. It's time to talk serious real world business right now, Manny.
Ooh, okay.
Real world business. Number one, we need to do this off the chest. Our basketball teams are in peril right now. The Knicks might get eliminated. I mean, they're up. But that last game, it's 3-2. But that last game, they blew it. They had a chance to advance, and they blew it. They fucking blew it. And I was like, oh no. I think Philadelphia is going to come back and tie this series out, and we're going to Game 7.
I think they'll come back.
And then you got the Clippers at home without, Kawhi Leonard decided to show up. He showed up as much as Malachi Black. Although Kawhi might have more games than Malachi has matches this year. Who knows?
Yeah, but that's not fair. That's not fair.
I know, it's more games. I mean, on a ratio. There's some type of ratio. There's some math. You know what I mean? But the Clippers got blown out last night, and I'm like, this could be over. Although we do seem to play better in Dallas. We may go to Game 7, but who knows? So that's basketball for you right there.
No, but the Knicks had their moment in that game where he scored 47. Knicks playoff high. That's it. They had their moment. They're out. Yeah. That's as far as I'm concerned. They're done. They peaked at that moment. And it's all downhill from here.
Right now, my current favorite hockey team is the Vegas Knights, as the LA Kings have been eliminated. And on top of that, when we have real world promo battles going out at it, Drake versus Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick has finally dropped his rebuttal in the battle of poetry, as Manny would call it, and hate poetry.
Sharing hatred poetry with each other.
Yeah, in depth. I mean, I think this is going to be analyzed for generations. I think 200 years, people are going to treat this like kids who had to learn why Drake and Kendrick Lamar were feuding, and J. Cole stepped out of this. But I think Kendrick got it with just pure hatred on this one, as he hated everything about Drake, and he's took away his N-word card. He is no longer allowed to say the N-word anymore, according to Kendrick Lamar. And he also accused him of having fake abs and a whole bunch of stuff.
I don't like Drake. I just don't. Just don't.
Manny's not even following the feud, and he's already like, Kendrick is winning. He's killing him.
No, but Drake is too soft, man. Drake is just too soft.
He is. It's time to go. It's time to go. To quote Kendrick Lamar, Drake, when he's in the room with Sexy Red, he sees two bad bitches within the mirror. Which just, I don't understand why this has gotten this far. Things have escalated. But it's all fun in the sport of rap. It's saving hip hop once and for all.
Is it though? No,
it is. It is.
One of them has to die to save rap.
No. This is the 90s. You don't have to die from a rap beef anymore.
You do.
You don't. You don't die from rap beefs anymore.
You do. And then
we're
you
not
live
shooting
in
51 Cent.
And you live in infamy like Malachi Black or Alistair Black. You live in infamy. You have to die.
No one's gonna die. No one's gonna. We don't need the Archer of Infamy. It's not who you're looking for, Damian Priest, and not Malachi Black.
One of them.
Malachi Black lives in silence until someone knocks on his door, and then he'll walk outside. Here you go. I don't think I have to come to work today. Tony Khan's off. I'm off too.
No, he technically made it to the ring this week. He made it to the ring.
I was accusing him of being lazier because he couldn't even do a video. He sent audio. He sent a recording. He didn't even
technically that counts as 2 segments, doesn't it, Marcus? That's an appearance fee.
Yeah.
And he did a video. He was there in video and audio.
Yeah, so that's two. That's two. I'll see you guys in 2 months. Oh boy. But yeah.
He's the worst.
I don't know. Miro might be above him.
His wife works more than him.
Are you talking about Zelina or are you talking about Miro's wife?
Who knows what Miro's wife is up to?
I would say both their wives have worked more than them. These guys just seem like they're sitting on their couch playing video games. That's my interpretation of Miro and Malachi Black.
Yeah, so that is today's show. There is no early start time for the watch along. So it will be 9. The watch along for us will start at 9:30 Pacific.
Oh.
I can't even remember I don't know the Eastern time.
It'd be noon Eastern, 12 p.m. Eastern, which sounds like it'd be better for me if I was in the East Coast than having to work this graveyard shift and then going straight into a watch along.
I think I'm doing the show at 5:30 on Saturday in the afternoon.
Blessed.
Where you can watch the sunset by me. Yeah. Where I will probably
I may fall asleep on this feed. Just I don't even know what's on this backlash card. Cody's fighting somebody.
I don't even know if Eric's joining us, is he?
He's there. He said he'll be there.
For some of it, right? He said he had to take photos of women or men or whatever it was.
Yeah, but I think it's later.
Oh,
He's like, he said he thinks it'll be done by then. But who knows? They go have friends. They gonna do it big. We're going 5 hours.
If I have time to procure a beret, I will be doing the show with a beret on.
God.
And a baguette.
One of these days, WWE's gonna do a show in America again, and they just did WrestleMania. I know. But the next show is Saudi Arabia. That's gonna be in the morning
then
as well.
Germany, then Scotland, and then I think it's SummerSlam.
And then there's an NXT in there somewhere in June. So that might be at a normal, reasonable time on a Sunday.
So yeah, make sure you like the video, subscribe. We'll be back on Saturday for the Backlash in France.
Yeah. And if you do so, and you do get this far in the show, we should probably do this at the beginning of the show. That's where we have more of our viewers before we turn everybody off with our penis jokes and nonsense.
We didn't make any today.
Oh, I will. I'm about to finish the show with a penis. No, I don't have any. But please donate to this show at thesharpshooters.com. There's a donate button. I mean, just give us $1. Help Manny or us get to WrestleMania somehow. We don't know how to get there. We don't know where it's going to be. But for $1, you can support it.
But for $1, we'll tell you how to get to Sesame Street.
I mean, I'm just as good as Google Maps. I've never even put Sesame Street in Google Maps just to see, so they can tell me how to get to Sesame Street. I know you go past a bum named Oscar and you ignore him like he isn't there.
I still use MapQuest.
Ooh.
And I print out my directions.
Yeah. Well, I'm using the Thomas guy in Maps. I'm not going east and a compass. I got a compass. We're not going east. Fuck! This is north. Gotta figure this out.
Yeah, so make sure you like the video, subscribe if you haven't, and share us to people because channel's currently dying once again.
We're dead again.
Season is over.
Yeah,
and it's getting more difficult again.
Yeah, support your local bald guys. Support your local fat man, and support your resident black man as well. Woo! You wildin'!
That does not even sound like a good combination of food. Wildin'.
Johnny Autism Wrestling is about to kill himself with cheese and Oreos.
And that's just like cheese strings or something, and then Oreos. That sounds like, or a Lunchable. Those sound like snacks. Still
doesn't sound connected. Don't seem like I connected.
I saw something on Instagram that was actually really. This is going to prolong the show. It was really. Do you know how I think certain food? I've eaten a gravy pizza, and that's pretty disgusting on the scale of disgusting.
It's okay. We're judging you. We're judging you.
I saw today 2 McDonald's hash browns.
Okay.
With an Oreo ice cream in between them on a video on Instagram. Now I know for a fact that's gonna taste disgusting, and it's 100% guaranteed diarrhea.
The diarrhea is confirmed. Yes.
I damn sure want to try it though.
I'm going to tell you this, Manny. You're going to enjoy it. And you want to know why? A lot of people do dip their French fries in their shakes. French fries and ice cream go well together. And this is basically... Hash brown is basically a French fry.
It's a shredded French fry, though. It's crispy and it's shredded.
No, a McDonald's hash brown? This was McDonald's hash brown, right? Yeah, those are just bricks. Those are just bricks. They're just flattened French fries stuck together or something.
No.
It's more like that. I think that's what they're going for with that type of flavor.
No, I think because the ratio of ice cream to it is different at this point. So you've got a different taste experience.
I just don't understand why you would do it. Why would you do that to yourself?
Well, because I ate a gravy pizza. Come on.
Resist the temptation to eat weird food.
No.
You have to.
Experiment. You only live once.
Yeah, but you don't want that to be the reason when you died. Oh, your lasting words. Oh, shit. I should have ate that French fry. That's that brown ice cream. That was fucking stupid. Like if you're having a heart attack, you know the first thing that popped in your head, oh, what was I thinking with that meal? It has to be everybody. I should ask Eric, that's probably the first thing other than, oh shit, other than I'm about to die or fear of your life and all that. Right before you have a heart, right in the middle of a heart attack, you go like, what the fuck was I doing with that deep fried powder stick? Oh God. Why did I eat that?
Yeah, so on that note, we'll see you Saturday.
Yeah, peace. Where I will pose the question, what's the most ghetto thing you seen a Pokemon do on the show? I plan on giving that a Pokemon were real.
Started growing weed.
Yeah. Bulbasaur, like you said. Oh, I know this is a Manny quote, but whatever. He said, "Activate hotbox." Or whatever hotbox is like it's good.
Yeah, this is all off air. If you want to hear us off air, put in the comments if you even made it this far. And we'll set up a Patreon, and then you can get a recording of the nonsense that happens when we go off air.
Yeah, I think, Manny. I think as one of our random questions that we have on our YouTube page, that should be a question. If Pokemon was real, what's the most ghetto thing you think you will see? I think it may take off. To be honest, I would pay money to see a pit bull fight Pikachu.
Mike Vick would be in prison again. That's how ghetto it would be.
No, I think he'd be free on Pokemon laws. That was not dogs; those were Pokemon. Those were Pokemon. It was legit fight. It was sanctioned by the Athletic Commission.
The Pokemon Athletic Commission. It's sanctioned.
Yeah, in Atlanta.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that. We'll be back on Saturday. Peace.
Peace.
This is gonna be me after eating that ice cream with hash browns.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's gonna be us just judging, going like, Manny, we told you not to do it. You didn't have to try it. You did. Now you have diverticulitis, and it's over. It's all over.